Lalaine, on Twitter, I got the impression that recently someone close to you had passed away. I don't know the details or exactly who it was, but I just want you to know I'm keeping you in my prayers. I know, it can be very confusing when someone close to you passes away. I know when my parents had passed on, even though I saw them die, I didn't actually believe that they had died. I believed that maybe somehow it was an illusion or some kind of stage trick that was played on me or something, and that they were actually kept somewhere safe and sound and that they were okay. And, it took a while for it to sink in into my heart that they had actually died, I didn't believe it, And I guess at one level you could say they didn't really die. They just passed on. They were no longer with me, But I didn't really want them to pass on, And I know on Twitter, Lalaine, you retweeted a comment that someone made that death doesn't end love. And, that's true at multiple levels. Not only, Lalaine, should you keep on remembering the good times you had with those loved ones that have passed on, but also, even though, it hurts when you lose someone close to you, you can't be afraid to love again, I know when my parents passed on, for kind of the first time in my life, I kind of felt like I didn't really have a purpose, I've always felt like I had a purpose, I've always had things to do, always had objectives, And when you lose people close to you, it's kind of like at that point you sort of think like, what is it? There's no need to achieve anything in my life. There's no need to have any kind of success or anything like that, because if you don't have people love to share it with, there's just no point to it, And, Lalaine, you need to hold to the memories of those that you loved, and the good memories, and realize that even though it might hurt to lose people that you love, still, you have to find more people to love. You have to keep on loving, And because that gives you a purpose to live. That gives you purpose, and that gives you meaning. And, I know recently in the small town I live in, there was this a young girl named Bailey who was she was hit by a train. And she was only about 12 years old. And there was a lot of people in this town who, were quite close to her, and some people in my church were very close to her and quite devastated by it. And people have been wearing the color purple because that was her favorite color. And I felt sorry for her. I heard that that her mom had cancer, and both my parents had cancer, and it must have been very rough for her. Because it is a very hard thing to go through, to have someone close to you who is ill. And, even though it can be hard to love people at times, even though there can be a lot of pain if you see them suffering, or if they pass on, and it can be so devastating. And it's easy for a person to want to close off their heart and not, try to connect with others. But you can't do that, Even your loved ones that have passed on, they want you to continue loving other people, because that gives purpose to life. It's like Lalaine, in architectural engineering, you have, you might have all kinds of parameters to what you want to do when you're building something. But if everything is not in alignment with gravity, it's going to crumble into chaos. And in the same way, in regards to life philosophy, if everything in your life, no matter what you do and what your particular ideals are, if you don't center those upon an alignment to love, it's going to crumble into chaos. And I've been there. I've been the type of person who has been obsessed with all kinds of nonsense that is not some way in alignment with love. And nonsense like that you need to strip off, and you need to focus on loving God and other people. because that's the gravity of life. That's what gives you a focus that brings purpose and meaning to your life. It doesn't matter how the happiest people are not the people with a lot of money or a lot of success, or have people with very organized, stable lives. You know how some people are very organized and everything's clean and all that jazz, which not me. I've got tools laying all over the place and stuff. Those are people who seem to have things together. That's not what's going to make you happy. What's going to make you happy in life is to just center your life in alignment with loving God and other people. And Lalaine, I want you to know that I'm keeping you in my prayers. And even though it might hurt to lose someone close to you, don't be afraid to find more people to love. Just keep on finding people to love, and because that will give you purpose in life, and that brings meaning more than anything else. And I just want to tell you, God bless you, and I always keep you in my prayers. Bye-bye.